Today, opening arguments in the highly anticipated trial of Ian Cranston at the Deschutes County Courthouse. Good evening and welcome back. I'm Lee Anderson. In the courtroom today was the mother of Barry Washington Jr., the man Cranston's accused of killing in downtown Bend. Bola Badabo was also in the courtroom as attorneys for both sides outlined their cases.
For the opening statements, both the defense and prosecutor provided their arguments with video footage as evidence. They gave us an idea of what to expect from testimony in the coming days. In the opening statement of the Ian Cranston murder trial Thursday, the prosecution said Cranston's actions were completely disproportionate to Washington, who was unarmed, calling the murder unjustified, unreasonable, and unsupported. The prosecution said Washington hit on Cranston's fiancée, first initially in the club, the Capitol in Bend, then approached her outside of it, this time in the presence of Cranston and Cranston's friend. An argument ensued between Cranston's group and Washington outside the Capitol, and Washington struck Cranston twice in the head. The prosecution said that Cranston's friend stepped in, also getting into a physical altercation with Washington, and Cranston's fiancée pulled out her phone to record and provoke Washington. While this was happening, the prosecution stressed that Cranston waited 30 seconds in the background unprovoked before shooting Washington in the midsection, an act of what the prosecution called pride to a wounded ego. The prosecution also said Washington and Cranston were drinking before the altercation.
After Barry Washington punched Ian Cranston twice in the face, Ian Cranston instantaneously took out his handgun that he had holstered on his back and took it to his side. And then he waited for 30 seconds, a half a minute, 30 long seconds to take his revenge, to look for an opportunity to assuage his pride.
The defense said that Cranston went out not knowing he would have to defend himself, stating law gives Cranston the right to defend himself against the person who attacked him. The defense also showed video footage with Washington outside, persistently pursuing Cranston's fiancée and refusing to leave. The defense says that even after Cranston's group used firmer language involving profanity, he wouldn't leave. He then strikes Cranston in the head, punches Cranston's friend in the nose, and tries to knock Cranston's fiancée's phone out of her hand. The defense says drawing the gun was the only chance Cranston had to defend himself because he would not win in a physical confrontation based on their size and weight difference.
He didn't know that the man would begin striking him with violent blows to the head. He would have no chance of fighting off. When Ian Cranston finally fired a single shot, the man who was attacking him wouldn't stop. He was doing something the law clearly, absolutely, unequivocally allowed him to do.
When opening statements wrapped up late today, testimony in the case began with the first witness. The trial is expected to last 2 weeks. Bola Badabo, News Channel 21.